Hey, folks, come on over to Fade Grips and use the code BSG92 to get 20% off products. If you have not already, please follow our Twitter and our Twitch, BSGaming92, where you can get all the updates on when we'll be streaming and recording and all that fun jazz stuff. Thanks, man. Here we go. Oh. Oh. Alright. We're also gonna go back down there because there's the last rift. I think it's the last rift. Kill this. That's right. I don't know why I'm still holding this thing. But these are my last 3 shards, so... let's do this. I think the shards are like my least favorite frickin' quest besides the bottles of Thetis. Let's just slide. We're fine.
Stupid keys for the stupid lock I could have picked if it wasn't stupid magic.
It's a lock. I didn't even go look at it yet. Thanks, Sarah. I'm kidding, I knew it was a lock, but... Still, we haven't explored there yet. You're giving away the lore, Sarah. Alright, how are we gonna climb this? Here. We're killing it. Killing it. Alright. I hear the song. Not really concerned. Random Mabaria. Why are you just here?
You're from a rich family, Cassandra.
Not every Pentagast is wealthy. I certainly was not once my parents were executed.
You say that like it's normal. But I suppose you did live with the dead.
If by dead you mean a Mutalitasi necromancer, a keeper of the dead, then yes.
Well, that sounds shit.
Hence my joining the Chantry.
Yeah, no, I don't blame you. Alright, and that is all we can do on the Storm Coast. So... let's go here. Actually, I want to go see the war room. Change my mind real quick.
Good day to you. The knave has notes on alloys that may...
Oh, does she?
Oh, a little big. Yeah, let's look scary.
Your rage is on off bad.
I am no longer...
Even better.
Oh god, I heard that. What was that? Oh yes, I forgot. We got new people. Let us go talk to our people.
So, this is it, huh? Oh no, it's fine, yeah? It's just, I thought it'd be bigger. Hear that? I meant the stronghold, but it sounded like... Well, it's funny, right? Anyway, stopping wars should earn more sovereigns than this. Need things back to normal for coins to be flowing again. Another reason the Templars and mages need to be sat down.
I'm pretty sure the Conclave proved it's not that easy.
Yes, it is.
No, it isn't.
Why? Because someone yelled it real loud? Make them prove it. They're too busy to look up where the real questions are.
That's why we're here. To help guide everyone back from the brink.
The religious ones tell you that. That's important, right? But don't make it all about that. Seems like believing too hard is what got everyone here. And here is stupid. And smells of horse. Really? What everyone needs is to get everything back to normal and proper and profitable. Sound good to you, all chosen Lord Herald?
I'm ready to give it a shot. That's all I can ask from anyone else.
I'm in. It's an investment, yeah? Better pay off, too. Stupid war and everything. I had things to do. Chasing the Lord Seeker, I hear. Anyone who thinks they need Lord in front of the name, that's bad. Bet he's got a portrait taller than he is. That's your first clue to a total arse. Fact.
What do you think about the people who have gathered?
Which? The ones who do things or the ones who give orders?
What about Solus?
Solus? His head's crammed up 1,000 years ago.
What's your opinion of Vivienne?
She's a bitch, but she knows. She better.
Anything to say about Varric?
Varric? Too clever. Always saying something, but never saying it straight.
Thoughts about Cassandra?
Not as buttoned up as she plays, right? Tough, though. I'd stand behind her in front of anything.
What do you think about our spy master, ambassador, and commander?
Liliana's pretty in places. Swear I've seen her, too. Or heard she used to play. But that'd be mad.
No,
Now,
she's just like...
Josephine, she's as good at humbling her kind as I am. Just with less mess. Knows her business, if you have to have it. And Cullen, I suppose if you want a jackboot, you get a big one so you can grow into it. Nice hair, though.
We'll talk later.
Good, right? Chasing mages, that's a Templar's job. Not too late to go find some. Or stay home.
Is the...
Calling an Inquisition is a bit much. At least I'm used to that.
Tell me about...
What about me?
You're skilled. Who taught you how to use a bow?
No one.
Really?
That seems unlikely.
What? I picked it up here and there. Mostly it just makes sense. It's not like that for you.
Oh, certainly. Not a day's effort for the naturally gifted like us.
Well, it's not like that. It takes work. A bit. Not like Cullen and his pets. I mean, you miss, then you don't. Is it that hard to see when it's wrong?
Is it an elf thing?
Most I know couldn't find an arrow sitting on it. Right. Maybe I just... Where would I find one in alleyways anyway?
How about the basic?
Ferelden?
I got that from the accent. Where in Ferelden?
All over? Okay, fine. Denerim for a bit. South, north, wherever I want.
Oh, you're from wherever. I'm from north wherever.
What?
North wherever. Oh, we had fun on street and or in local tavern.
Oh, hardy ha. Oh, funny you. It's complicated. I don't like complicated. Let's leave it at that.
You're not like...
Thanks, right? Or was that an insult? Suppose I could go barefoot and whine more. Like that Solus, right? Never be as good as we were. Well, who's we? I'm just fine.
There's a lot of tradition there. Should it just be thrown away?
Your great-grandfather's dead. Why aren't you dead? You're
True.
truly tradition.
That makes sense to you?
None of it does in the city. That's why I'm not...
Alright, let's go see this dude.
Hello. I'd like to know more about you, Solus.
Why?
You're an apostate, yet you risked your freedom to help the Inquisition.
Not the wisest course.
I appreciate the work you're doing, Solus. I just wanted to know more about you.
I'm sorry. With so much fear in the air. What would you know of me?
What made you start studying the Fade?
I grew up in a village to the north. There was little to interest a young man, especially one gifted with magic. But as I slept, spirits of the Fade showed me glimpses of wonders I had never imagined.
Really?
I treasured my dreams. Being awake, out of the Fade, became troublesome.
Did spirits try to tempt you?
No more than a brightly colored fruit is deliberately tempting you to eat it. I learned how to defend myself from more aggressive spirits, and how to interact safely with the rest. I learned how to control my dreams with full consciousness. There was so much I wanted to explore.
I gather you didn't spend your entire life dreaming.
No. Eventually, I was unable to find new areas in the Fade.
Why?
2 reasons. First, the Fade reflects the world around it. Unless I traveled, I would never find anything new.
Fair.
Second, the Fade reflects and is limited by our imaginations. To find interesting areas, one must be interesting.
Is this why you joined the Inquisition?
I joined the Inquisition. If our enemies destroy the world, I would have nowhere to lay my head while dreaming of the Fade.
I wish you luck.
Thank you. In truth, I've enjoyed experiencing more of life to find more of the Fade.
How so?
You strengthen your body to deliver and withstand punishment. The muscles are an enjoyable side benefit. You have chosen a path whose steps you do not dislike because it leads to a destination you enjoy.
Okay.
As have I.
You said you'd traveled to many different places.
This world, or its memory, is reflected in the Fade. Some of my fondest memories were found in crumbling cities, long picked dry by treasure seekers, the best of the battlefields. Spirits press so tightly on the veil that you can slip across with but a thought.
Any place in particular?
I dreamt at Ostagar. I witnessed the brutality of the Darkspawn and the valor of the Ferelden warriors. I saw Alistair and the hero Ferelden light the signaled fire, and Logain's infamous betrayal of Kaelin's forces.
I've heard the stories. It would be interesting to hear what it was really like.
That's just it. In the Fade, I see reflections created by spirits who react. One moment, I see heroic wardens lighting the fire, and a power-mad villain sneering as he lets King Kaelin fall. The next, I see an army overwhelmed and a veteran commander refusing to let more soldiers die in a lost cause.
Oh.
And you can't tell which is real.
It is the Fade. They are all real.
Have you always traveled and studied alone?
Not at all. Spirits of wisdom, spirits of purpose helped me search. Even wisps, curious and playful, would point out treasures I might have missed.
I don't know of any spirits by those names.
They rarely seek this world. When they do, their natures do not often survive. Wisdom and purpose are too easily twisted to pride and desire.
You're saying that you became friends with...
They were not demons.
Meaning?
And if your mind is free of corrupting influences, if you understand the nature of the...
I'm impressed that you could...
Anyone who can
Blah,
dream...
blah, 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 blah.
Is Cassandra
Alright.
defined by her cheekbones and not her faith? Varric by his chest hair and not his wit?
I just
I
want you
hadn't
to
thought
love
about
me.
it that way. But I see your point.
Thank you.
I just want him to like me.
Perhaps another time.
Alright, that does that.
Speak only the word.
I wonder if Eric has any more to say.
Need something?
Guess not.
need something?
I have some more questions.
Why am I not surprised?
Tell me about your brother.
I would prefer... Do you need something? We were meant to be incorruptible, above reproach. How seldom does
Really?
reality match the ideal?
But what are Seekers, exactly?
Those who know anything of us think we are Templars. We do not use lyrium, however. Our abilities are different, as was our original purpose. We disciplined the Templars and were accountable only to the Divine. And not even her, truthfully.
Sounds
what
like
did I
the
touch?
Seekers didn't do their job very well.
No, probably not. The Templars have always feared us. When a Seeker arrived at a circle, they knew trouble was afoot.
Whoop.
That kind of power is troubling. You begin to think you are the only one who can solve the world's problems. If you don't see a problem, it doesn't exist. If someone insists it does, they are the blind ones.
Do you think that kind of problem could ever be fixed?
Possibly. Though the Seekers themselves would need to change. They were clearly not willing to, even though they abandoned everything they stood for to avoid it.
Oh.
In my heart, I believe they can still be salvaged, but not by their own hands.
You mentioned that Seek...
Entirely. A Templar's abilities come from lyrium and are designed to hunt mages. Ours come from ritual and many years of dedicated training.
You're eating
We
my
cannot
water.
be possessed by demons and are immune to mind control. Useful considering our role. Seekers can gain other gifts, though that depends on the individual.
What kind of gifts do you have?
I can set the lyrium within a person's blood aflame. Both mages and Templars bend before my will. Some Seekers use it to
Damn.
interrogate, others simply to paralyze. Once there was a Seeker who could use it to kill. That particular gift is considered rare.
Why did your order turn against the Chantry?
We originally united with the Chantry through a treaty that stated they would keep mages under control. It was felt Most Holy had tacitly allowed the Circle of Magi to vote on its independence, thus breaking the treaty. The Seekers saw themselves as justified, and they led the Templars into a war of righteousness.
You sound like you disagree.
We knew what was happening at Kirkwall, where the Mage Rebellion began. We looked into reports of Knight Commander Meredith's harsh treatment of her charges years earlier. But we found so many shocking cases of magical corruption, it was decided her actions were justified. If we'd been there when it happened, if we'd looked harder at the root causes...
You're right. Something should have been done.
When faced with a problem, the Seekers would close ranks and crush it. We would find an answer, but only once we felt we weren't being coerced. The moment the mages voted for independence, our response was predictable. It was difficult to watch.
Oh.
How does someone be...
Most Seekers begin training in their youth. I was much older, an exception due to my noble birth. We train rigorously for years. Our bodies and minds must be elastic to undergo the vigil, and most fail even then.
Is the vigil some kind of initiation?
It is the rite every Seeker must go through in order to summon their gifts. A full year of fasting, prayer, and separation from all distractions, including other people. We empty ourselves of all emotion, focusing only on the purity
You don't
of
eat
our
for a
devotion.
year?
And the moment it finally ends, it's wonderful. Faith realized. I cannot put it into words.
I wish I could experience that.
If the vigil was not so arduous, I'd say more should attempt it. What? I'm told it is impossible, however.
Alright, thank you for talking.
Was there something you needed?
Is there any...
The Lord Seeker's actions are a mystery, but the Templar... Should you...
Have you seen Enchanter Vivienne? That's the picture of what a circle made.
She looks like a noble. It's arrogant.
Yes?
Anything I should know?
I've nothing to report at the moment. I have made friends, and on occasion enemies. It's unavoidable.
You seem to know Josephine quite well.
I met her a long time ago, but we didn't become good friends until years later. I just returned to Val Rayo, and she welcomed me back by throwing a diplomatic ball. She was the antivenom. The ball was... alright.
Oh.
Too many politicians. At midnight, Josie and I left to find a real party. We've been friends ever since.
What do you consider a real party?
It's not a real party until someone's small clothes are pinned to a chantry board.
Yes!
And that's all I'm saying about it.
That is a party.
They say you spent some time in
We spoke a few times. I seldom left the chantry, and we never became more than casual acquaintances. I saw more of the Hawk twins. Bethany in particular. She would spend time in meditation at the chantry, and she seemed to like the other one, the young man. He was a little surly. I did encounter the champion again later in Kirkwall. Those were terrible times.
Was this when the chantry was destroyed?
No, that happened later. But even then, the news coming out of Kirkwall was disheartening.
Could have
There
been
were some in
prevented.
Val Rayo who wanted the Divine to declare an exalted march on Kirkwall. Justina sent me there to see if that could be avoided, to gather evidence to calm those agitating for war. I guess it didn't matter in the end. I'm listening. I have made friends, and
You have a history with the warden who ended the Blight, don't you?
I count him among my closest friends. I still write to him for advice when I can. He hasn't replied to my letters in some time. I try not to worry about it. He can take care of himself. Did you need something? Me?
Bards, tell...
There are plenty of tales in the library.
What did you do?
I was a bard. For a time I also served a small cloister in Lothering. After the Blight, the Divine called on me to oversee her personal network.
Can you teach me?
Being a bard is... It involves a keen and... The bards is an intricate... The best way...
Oh,
Perhaps when this is all over...
Thanks. No!
It's good you've returned. We heard of your encounter.
You heard?
My agents in the city sent word ahead, of course.
It's a shame the Templars have abandoned their senses, as well as the capital.
At least we know how to approach the mages and Templars now.
Do we? Lord Seeker Lucius is not the man I remember.
True, he has taken the orders somewhere, but to do what? My reports have been very odd.
We must look into it. I'm certain not everyone in the Order will support the Lord Seeker.
Or the Herald could simply go to meet the mages in Redcliffe instead.
You think the Mage Rebellion is more united? It could be 10 times worse.
Or you could stop bickering and make a decision.
I agree.
We shouldn't discount Redcliffe. The mages may be worth the risk.
They are powerful, Ambassador, but more desperate than you realize.
You think the invitation could be some kind of trap?
If some among the rebel mages were responsible for what happened at the Conclave,
The same could be said about the Templars.
True.
True enough. Right now, I'm not certain we have enough influence to approach the Order safely.
then the Inquisition needs agents in more places. That's something you can help with.
In the meantime, we should consider other options.
There is one other matter. Several months ago, the Grey Wardens of Ferelden vanished. I sent word to those in Orlais, but they have also disappeared. Ordinarily, I wouldn't even consider the idea they're involved in all this, but the timing is curious.
That does sound odd, I agree.
The others have disregarded my suspicion, but I cannot ignore it. 2 days ago, my agents in the hinterlands heard news of a Grey Warden by the name of Blackwall.
Oh?
If you have the opportunity, please seek him out. Perhaps he can put my mind at ease.
And if he can't?
Then there may be more going on than we thought.
I don't like that. That doesn't bode well. Oh, where's Vivian?
I met an elven mage earlier. Solus, I believe he was called. I admit I was surprised. I didn't expect to find mages among the Inquisition. Tell me, why were you at the Divine Conclave?
The war benefits no one. It must end, and order must be restored.
If only the rebels saw things so clearly. Justinia's death has shattered the balance of power in Thedas.
True.
If it is not restored quickly, countless lives will be lost.
Even more true.
Mages, Templars, innocent people of all kinds now look to the Inquisition to decide their fate.
I'll try not to let them down.
Failure is a luxury we cannot afford, my dear. For almost 1,000 years, the world believed it was in the hands of the Maker. And now many believe you are the agent of his will. Whatever the truth is, that belief gives you power.
Once this is over, the task of speaking for the Maker will be the Chantry's problem again.
That's reassuring to hear. I've stolen enough of your time, my dear. Don't let me keep you. Yes?
Is there anything I can do to help your effort?
After the Circle, 1,000... I've received news that some tomes have been located.
I'll look into it.
If you can take... Yes?
I really just want to skip this.
Yes? Whatever would you like to... I was sent to the when the position of in charge... Marriage is the business of alliance and inheritance. She passed away from a fever of... In such troubled times...
Who are you? Oh, yeah.
Excuse me. I've got a message for the Inquisition, but I'm having a hard time getting anyone to talk to me.
What's the message?
We've got word of some Tevinter mercenaries gathering out on the Storm Coast. My company commander, Iron Bull, offers the information free of charge. If you'd like to see what the Bull's charges can do for the Inquisition, meet us there and watch. We're loyal, we're tough, and You're the first time he's gone out of his way. Iron Bull wants to work for the Inquisition. He thinks you're doing good work.
I look forward to
We're the best.
You're the best.
Speak only the word. Sing only the chant.
I
Then
greet
the
you.
golden city is thine.
Can you tell me how?
What would you like to know? To that at the breach. More than that, Thank you for your help. We so rarely see wounds from such strange creatures.
What may I do for you? Despite our fame,
they destroyed nothing, created nothing.
with passionate breath does the darkness.
Let's do this. And then I'll see Iron Bull and the Chargers. Blah, blah, blah.
Have you had any trouble with them?
Not at all. I will inform you if that changes. Let us begin.
All right.
Let's see what we have.
Let's go see this, right here. Oh.
I think it's time you stopped playing the wounded party with me, Varric.
Ignoring the times you actually wounded me.
I did no such thing. I questioned you and then brought you to Haven so you could tell your story to the Divine.
Oh, what then? Thanks, Varric. We believe you. See you around.
Do not pretend to be an innocent bystander. I could have done far worse, with full justification.
Oh, yes. Thank you for not torturing me. I'm so much happier now.
I'll just watch. Really disappointing me.
Chargers! Stand down! Prim! How'd we do?
5 or 6 wounded, Chief. No dead.
That's what I like to hear. Let the throat cutters finish up, then break out the casks. So, you're with the Inquisition, huh? Glad you could make it. Come on, have a seat. Drinks are coming. You want to have drinks in the aftermath of a battle? Better than in the middle of a battle. This is Golden Scythe 490 Black. You spill it, you'll kill all the grass. I assume you remember Cremisius Aclassi, my lieutenant.
Good to see you again. Throat cutters are done, Chief.
Already? Have them check again. I don't want any of those Tevinter bastards getting away. No offense, Krem.
None taken. At least a bastard knows who his mother was. Puts him one up on you Canary, right?
So, you've seen us fight. We're expensive, but we're worth it. And I'm sure the Inquisition can afford us.
The Chargers seem like an excellent company.
They are, but you're not just getting the... You need a frontline body. And there's one other thing. Might be useful. Might piss you off.
Might
Never
piss
hear
me
of
off.
the Ben Hasra.
They're a Canary organization, right? The equivalent of their guards and City Watch.
I'd go closer to spies. But yeah, that's them. Or, well... us. The Ben Hasrath are concerned about the breach. Magic out of control like that could cause trouble everywhere. I've been ordered to join the Inquisition, get close to the people in charge, and send reports on what's happening. But I also get reports from Ben Hasrath agents all over Orlais. You sign me on, I'll share them with your people.
You're a Canary spy.
Whatever happened at that conclave thing is bad. So whatever...
You still could have...
From something... Better you hear it right up front from me.
Fine.
All right, you're in.
Krem,
What about the casks, Chief?
find some way to seal them. You're Tevinter. We'll meet you back at Haven.
Oh. Alright, never mind. Let's do this. Oh, that was loud. I'm sorry. Oh. So that makes 17, so the last should actually be over here.
They will make this a fight, not us. Remember how to carry your shields. You're not hiding, you're holding. Otherwise, it's useless.
Blackwall. Warden Blackwall.
You're not... How do you know my name? Who said... Ah!
Ooh, that was a good hit.
That's it. Help or get out. We're dealing with these idiots first. Conscripts, here they come! Hold the wall, men! Make them come to me!
Too late for that! You know how this ends!
Lift that body.
Ooh.
Sorry, bastards.
Good work, conscripts. Even if this shouldn't have happened, they could have... Well, thieves are made, not born. Take back what they stole. Go back to your families. You saved yourselves.
They're conscripts.
You're no farmer. Why do you know my name? Who are you?
I know your name because I'm an agent of the Inquisition. I'm investigating whether the disappearance of Wardens has anything to do with the murder of the Divine.
Maker's balls. The Wardens and the Divine. That can't... No, you're asking so you don't really know. First off, I didn't know they disappeared. But we do that, right? No more blight, job done. Wardens are the first thing forgotten. But one thing I'll tell you, no Warden killed the Divine. Our purpose isn't political.
I'm not here to accuse, not yet. I just need information. I've only found you. Where are the rest?
I haven't seen any Wardens for months. I travel alone, recruiting. Not much interest because the Archdemon is a decade dead, and no need to conscript because there's no blight coming. Treaties give Wardens the right to take what we need, who we need. These idiots forced this fight, so I conscripted their victims. They had to do what I said, so I told them to stand. Next time they won't need me. Grey Wardens can inspire. Make you better than you think you are.
I wasn't aware Grey Wardens could take whatever they want.
It's complicated. If there's a blight, everyone has to help the effort to fight it. The treaties are ancient. Outside of blights, it's as binding as a clever tongue can make it.
Fair.
Do you have any idea where the other Wardens...
Maybe they returned to our stronghold at Weishaupt? That's in the Anderfels, a long way north. I don't really know. Can't imagine why they'd all disappear at once, let alone where they'd disappear to.
Why haven't you gone missing?
Well, maybe I was going to. Or maybe there's a new directive but a runner got lost or something. My job was to recruit on my own. Plan to stay that way for months. Years.
It's been a pleasure, Warden Blackwall, but this didn't help at all.
Inquisition. Agent, did you say? Hold a moment. The Divine is dead and the sky is torn. Events like these, thinking we're absent is almost as bad as thinking we're involved. If you're trying to put things right, maybe you need a Warden. Maybe you need me.
The Inquisition needs all the support it can get.
Save the fucking world if pressed. Look, maybe fighting demons from the sky isn't something I'm practiced at. But sure, and like I said, there are treaties. Maybe this isn't a blight, but it's bloody well a disaster. Being a Warden means something to a lot of people.
Warden Blackwall?
Good to hear. We both need to know what's going on. This Warden walks with the Inquisition.
Alright, I need one more lock.
It's good to have commerce restored. I've many goods here.
Let's find this tome. don't know if it's up here, but we'll see if it's up here. Ah, yeah, right there. I'm gonna jump down though. Oh, that was lucky. Pure luck. I'll sneak over here really quick. And see if I can unlock this area.
I want a constant watch on that damn thing. Sound the alarm at the first sign of demons.
Oh, yeah.
Turn back. We can't open the gates till the threat has passed.
There we go.
What's that?
We don't know what these rifts can do. That one appeared to alter the time around it.
We need to find out what caused whatever this is.
Make her have mercy. It's over. Open the gates.
We spread word the Inquisition was coming. But you should know that no one here was expecting us.
What?
No one? Not even Grand Enchanter Fiona?
If she was, she hasn't told anyone. We've arranged use of the tavern for the negotiations.
Agents of the Inquisition, my apologies. Magister Alexius is in charge now, but hasn't yet arrived. He's expected shortly. You can speak with the former Grand Enchanter in the meantime.
Who? What?
Is it just me, or is something weird going on here?
We should talk to the Grand Enchanter.
I just want to hop on over to the thing so it's easier.
Let's look around.
I hear most of the apostates are dead.
All right. Well, we will see y'all tomorrow. That's it for today. Tomorrow we're gonna tackle this, that, this, and then this. So, peace out. Or, well, when I close this down, peace out. Hey Google, turn on the movie room.
Got it. Turning 4 lights on.
Exiting.
I predict next year will be your year.
What?
Daytime better call me back. Ain't playing at your best, then you will get left. If it don't involve money, then I don't accept. If it don't involve money, then I don't accept.